right, the now newest Dallas Cowboy, Justin Rogers, is joining us here in the Draft Show. Justin, how are you, sir? I know this has probably been a heck of a day for you, man, but a day you'll never forget. Congratulations and welcome to the Dallas Cowboys.
Thank you.
Man, we're excited to have you. I mean, certainly this is a need the Cowboys needed to fill with what you bring to the table. How would you describe your play style and what you're bringing now to the Dallas Cowboys?
A hard worker, a guy they can depend on, just have fun, make habit out there.
I think obviously playing in the SEC, you're battle tested. I know we got an SEC guy on our studio set right now who played in the SEC as well, and Brian Broaddus. But what were some of the things you think helped grow as a player in that conference that you can translate now to the NFL?
Just really taking on wisdom from the older guys and just older veterans around me. I think that kind of helped me to be where I'm at right now.
You play with some violent hands, man. I mean, you're really, really difficult to move off the ball. Is that something that you've worked on to try and get that hand fighting, or is that something naturally you've just always been gifted with?
I've just been naturally gifted with it.
Yeah, quick question. Justin, congratulations on being picked. Did you grow up a fan of any team, and growing up in the SEC, was it always your dream to play in the SEC as well?
It was definitely my dream always to play in the SEC. And just, I'll probably say just growing up, my favorite team was the Lions.
Yeah, I got you. Growing up in Detroit there, right?
Yes, sir.
How has the draft been up there? I know there's been like 270,000 people, right? Did you make your way up there at any point?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
I was about to say.
Yeah, are you like letting any cars park in your yard or anything like that? Make a little side money on this thing?
No, not that.
Did you have a lot of conversations at all with the Cowboys leading up to this?
Not for real. It was here and there, but like I was talking to some of the scouts when I was at the combine.
So this was kind of unexpected when you got the call from Jerry. Were you kind of stunned?
Yes, sir.
That must have been a little bit crazy when you hear on the other side of the phone, like, hey, this is Jerry Jones. You're a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah, definitely was kind of crazy.
All right, Justin, from one big guy to another, I'm not quite as big and athletically gifted as you are, but I always love asking like an eating claim to fame, and I do love eating, but like what's the most you've ever put down of a certain type of food in one sitting?
One sitting? Oh, I don't even know. Probably like some hibachi food. It's kind of good.
Okay, there we go. Oh, man,
I'm a hibachi type of guy.
Yes,
that's
man.
the Chicago in you. A lot of good hibachi places up there.
You can't go wrong with some hibachi, man. We're excited to have you here, and this is going to be an awesome experience for you, Justin. What do you think about getting to play on a defense with Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and some of these other outstanding Cowboys defenders?
Hey, I can't wait. Can't wait to get there and show my skills.
All right, buddy. Take care. Enjoy the day. Hang out with the friends and fam. This is awesome, and congratulations.
Thank you.
There he goes, Justin Rogers, your new defensive tackle out of Auburn, joining us here on the Draft Show as the Cowboys have made their final pick. Cowboys NFL Draft Haul. We look back on it. Tyler Guyton, Marshawn Nealon, the edge from West Virginia, Cooper Beebe, guard from Kansas State, Maris Luafau, the linebacker from Notre Dame, Kalen Carson, cornerback from Wake Forest, Ryan Flournoy, the wide receiver from Southeast Missouri State, Nathan Thomas, offensive tackle, who could also play guard from Louisiana Lafayette, and then Justin Rogers, big defensive tackle from Auburn, who was added in the 7th round, pick 244. Really, I think they did a great job of addressing a lot of different needs, and they bring in 3 offensive linemen. I know the big talking point after this is going to be the Cowboys didn't come away with a running back.
Yeah.
The one thing that they did do, and now they will turn their focus and try and attack the undrafted rookie class, which they do a great job of. We'll see what happens with Ezekiel Elliott. You do still have on the roster Rico Dowdle, Royce Freeman, who they signed, Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis is an option. But 3 offensive linemen who I think the strength for all 3 is their nasty, aggressive nature in the run game. I know we went back and forth about this earlier, Aisha, but I think we've seen in the NFL, if you can block and you can win up front along the offensive line, you can find production at the running back position in a lot of different areas. Is it going to be, oh my gosh, we've got a Pro Bowl All-Pro? No. But you just need to be able to have a plethora of guys that can tote the rock. And I think they did a good job, even though they didn't get a runner, and they'll still be in search of that. At least the offensive line, I think we feel much better about after this weekend.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm more so looking at is this season. Obviously you've gone out and drafted the guys that you want attitude-wise and stuff like that to set the tone. But I'm really curious to see how Mike Solari, decides to do some of the run game and how some of these designs look and some of the things he chooses to do, how he's able to get some of these guys involved. Because to your point, if you are going to go that route that you're saying with the Rico Daddles and, all these other gentlemen, like if you are going to go that route, then you have to find packages and find ways to get, each of them involved and let them do some of the things they do best. So I'm excited to see what this run game looks like a year, because I think we kind of forget that last year was the first year of this new install of a whole new offense. Maybe we get a little bit more refining and creativity in the run game this year with it having to be kind of vast with multiple people and the way you were describing, Zach.
The thing that I will take away from this draft as it's winding down is that when they made the trade down from 24,
right,
and then it came in my mind, who are they going to get at 73? That's what immediately my focus went to. And the fact that on my board personally, you end up with a second round grade at 73. To me, that's when the trade is totally worth it and makes sense. When all of a sudden you get a guy that, with BB, I thought he was the best guard on the board. Now, depending on what people think about the tackles that can play guard and stuff like that.
Best guard.
But for him to be there at 73 and you to pick him, that made that trade for me work so much better. And I know we all love Barton and all the center.
Yeah. No,
but I would sacrifice Barton for Guyton and BB. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at that right there. Now the thing that drove me nuts, and I mean maybe the mechanics of it, maybe they weren't ready. Selfish me was looking at Lloyd, the running back from USC. Mm-hmm. And then you took the linebacker right from Notre Dame. So, and then he goes the pick behind you. And now you're going, damn. Okay, that's one. But yeah, the Notre Dame kid is a hell of a football player. He really, really is.
Yeah, I feel like
I just wish they could have maybe that's the time where you maybe would have grabbed
that would have been it.
Grab that runner, right? Maybe that's where the draft was going to allow you to grab the runner.
Yeah, that's where you had Jalen Wright.
And once it happened, Wright
or Lloyd or Davis, whoever, that's where you needed to do it.
Once that went past,
they got wiped.
You were wiped.
They didn't have an opportunity to do it today.
You were done. You
guys didn't think that listening to Scott McCurley talk about, it sounds like he guaranteed Maurice that they were going to come get him. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, you're right. And see, that's what I'm saying. I just said the selfish me, but I'm in looking how maybe the running back board fell today with all those guys going. It kind of maybe we'll be able to grab a guy in the fifth. There was just too much distance between where you picked at 87 and then where you had to pick again at 174, right?
Yeah,
there was just too much distance.
The only opportunity was 87. Otherwise, they got wiped by the time 174 came around.
Garendo hurt.
Yeah.
I think Garendo hurt them. I think they thought Garendo could make it to the fifth round, and when he didn't, I think that kind of threw them off. I also think legitimately it also shows they really loved Jonathan Brooks. And when they lost Jonathan Brooks, they kind of shuffled running back down the board a little bit as something that they were going to prioritize. And they had guys that they liked, but they only liked them in their position. They clearly in this entire draft wanted to go with where's the blinking light. This is a blinking light draft, probably because they feel like they could stand depth everywhere. And so because they can stand to use depth everywhere, they say there's really not a bad pick we can make as long as the value is really high. And so I think that, when they pick Carson in the fifth, I think that was probably massive value on their board. When they picked Nealand in the second, I think that was probably massive value on their board. Thomas, I think they probably had graded pretty high. And so I think that a lot of this for them was just, let me identify where is the blinking light, pick it, and it'll probably be a good pick because we need everything right now.
Yeah.
And also, too, like, how if you could describe how different this draft feels, like the process felt than last year, when you when you break it down like that, Bobby, and you say that, you know, you feel like they feel like every pick they feel like they got good value for. Was that kind of not maybe how they felt last year? Did you feel like maybe they were?
No, I mean they thought
Mozzie
was, they had Mozzie graded higher than they picked him.
Okay.
They had Schoonmaker, I think, graded higher than they picked him. I know they were excited about Overshown, and so no, I think those were guys they really liked. It didn't work out for the top two, and then the third one got hurt. But I mean, they McCurley, you could hear in McCurley's voice when we were talking to him the other day, that still bugs him. That bugged a lot of people in this building when they lost Overshown.
Yeah.
When they lose Overshown, that really changed a lot for them, what they wanted to do defensively.
Just the flow of the draft felt very different. Like, I don't know. I just felt like last year I felt a little bit more anxious about what they were doing.
It was a deeper draft. There was more talent.
That's fair.
It was there were just more players who were like, okay, we'd be interested in this player. I mean, I think even when at an undrafted free agency, having guys like Frank Gore Jr. and Blake Watson out of Memphis and some of these running backs that are still out there, those are good players that I thought would have been drafted. I mean, we still do have a couple of picks here left in the draft.
I just lost my last wide receiver.
Was it Cornelius Johnson?
Cornelius Johnson. Every one of my wide receivers on my stack got drafted.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, the whole goal for me when you're setting these boards is to try and make sure that it's you want no names left, you know. And every year it gets a little, you know, like 1 year it's 8, the next year it's 6. You just want the thing to where there's maybe 1 or 2 guys left, and you're gonna have some guys sitting there because of medical situations and stuff like that. But it makes you think the next time you build your board, like, okay, I thought about this player last year this way. Why am I going to do this again? You know, so it's a difficult thing. We all kind of deal with it, but man, I tell you, there's nothing better. I love doing this, man. I love building boards and watching players and doing what we're doing right now.
And the Rams are having a great time.
Rams are having a fun draft, man. They had a lot of picks. First time they finally had a first round pick for a while, and there's the Chargers there with a nice haul as well. All right, we got the secret audio from Justin Rogers, your new defensive tackle out of Auburn, the newest Dallas Cowboy. Here's the call from Justin.
Justin, put that star on your helmet. We just drafted you, Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, we are excited about having you here, and
yes, sir.
think we've got your bed made. Seriously, we think got a real opportunity here, and you're a good fit for us. And boy, I'll tell you one thing, it's a great opportunity for you to really make a big difference in your life, because if you can do it, which we think you can, then you got you a home for a long time to come.
Yes, sir.
Listen, congratulations, really. And
thank you.
We're glad to be making this pick.
Yes, sir.
Coach McCarthy wanted to say something to you while I got you.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, how you doing? Congratulations.
How you doing, Coach? Thank you.
Where are you? Are you home? Where you
yeah. I'm home with my mom, my brothers, and my girlfriend.
Awesome. Well, obviously a great moment. Can't wait to get you here. We'll get you up here in 2 weeks and get started, man. But welcome to a great place. You're going to be a great
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To have you. I got a bunch of guys that want to say hello to you here. Okay, here's the defensive coordinator, Mike Zimmer.
Okay.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I hear some yelling going on in there. Yeah. Everybody excited?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. All right. We'll see you in about 2 weeks and get you up here and get you going. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where are we going? Here's our D-line coach.
Thank you.
Jeff Scanina is going to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey, big man, congratulations.
Hey, Coach. Thank you.
You got dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, dog.
All right.
Yeah.
Get you up here in 2 weeks. Get ready to go, okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, enjoy the rest of the day. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There is Justin Rogers. Fun call there. I love the dogs in the background there.